When is the best time to climb Kilimanjaro? Due to Mount Kilimanjaro's proximity to the equator, this region doesn't experience the extremes of winter and summer weather, but rather dry and wet seasons. Therefore, the best time to climb Kilimanjaro tends to be the warmest and driest months. The primary issue here is safety, as the risks associated with climbing increase significantly when the weather is foul. The effects of rain, mud, snow, ice, and cold can be very strenuous on the body. Correspondingly, the chances of a successful summit also increases significantly with nice weather. Of course, the mountain gets more foot traffic during these periods as well. This table lists the relative temperature, precipitation, cloudiness, and crowds during the calendar months. Take note of the months in orange. These are the times when precipitation is low. It's possible to climb Kilimanjaro year-round. However, it's best to climb when there's a lower possibility of rain. There are two dry seasons. The first dry season begins in December and goes through the beginning of March. The second dry season begins in late June and lasts through the end of October. These are considered to be the best times to climb Kilimanjaro in terms of weather. And correspondingly, these are the busiest times on the mountain. All of our group climbs are scheduled to correspond with these dry seasons. We don't recommend climbing during the rainy seasons. Although there are no crowds during these times, it can be very wet with low visibility. Unless you're an experienced backpacker who has trekked in similar conditions and feel like it still would be enjoyable to you, it's best you avoid the rainy seasons altogether. Note that the rains are unpredictable and may come early or extend later. It's possible to experience mostly dry weather conditions during the rainy season, just as it's possible to experience heavy rain during the dry season. You should always be prepared for all weather conditions. Summiting during a full moon. Some climbers prefer to summit during a full moon. When the peak of Kilimanjaro and glaciers are lit up by the full moon, the view is absolutely stunning. For this reason alone, some climbers schedule their trek to coincide with the full moon, which generally occurs once per month. However, a practical reason for climbing at these times is that a bright moon along with a clear sky will improve your visibility throughout the climb, most importantly, during the summit attempt. It's not necessary to summit on the exact full moon date to take advantage of moonlight. A summit on the day before or day after is also beneficial. We offer several group climbs with full moon summits every month during the dry season. These dates tend to be the first to book completely full. For those who favor a less crowded climb, avoid the full moon completely. Full moon dates attract many climbers, so if it's not important to you, we suggest climbing at a different time. Note that we have had many clients who've climbed with us with or without the full moon, and they've been equally satisfied with either itinerary. In my experience, the presence of moonlight didn't make much of a difference. And from memory, I wouldn't be able to tell you which of my summits were made during the full moon or not. So take it for what it's worth. Another method for dodging crowds is to choose an off day of departure. Most climbers will begin their climbs on a Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. So if you start your climb between Tuesday through Friday, you'll probably run into relatively fewer people on the mountain. Finally, I have to mention that while you can go anytime, try to plan your climb sooner rather than later. What makes Kilimanjaro unique is that despite its close proximity to the equator, it's crowned in ice. The glaciers have existed here for more than 11,000 years. They used to be more than 300 feet deep and extend 6,500 feet from the mountaintop. However, due to global warming and long-term climatic cycles, the ice has been vaporizing at an alarming rate. Some scientists believe that Kilimanjaro's ice cap will be completely gone by 2050. So if you're contemplating the climb, do yourself a favor and do it as soon as you can. The glaciers get smaller and smaller every year, and one day won't be there at all. It's not something you want to miss. So let's recap. You can climb Kilimanjaro year-round, but the best time to climb is during the two dry seasons. The long dry season is from July to October, and the short dry season is from December to February. The opposing seasons are the wet seasons, which make the hike more difficult, more uncomfortable, and less scenic. But remember, there's never a guarantee as to what the weather has in store. no matter when you visit. Secondly, you can choose to summit during a full moon for more visibility at night. However, the trade-off is that many people tend to book these dates, so be ready to deal with some crowds. And lastly, the glaciers are disappearing, so come soon before they're gone. There's no time like the present. Visit ultimatekilimanjaro.com and let's get your trip booked. We'd love to see you at the top.